Welcome back. It's now time for Midday Sports.
President of the Jamaica Athletics Administrative Association, J3's Garth Gale, says that there's work in the pipeline to carry the World Under-20 Championships in 2028 to the island. Speaking at the Central Athletics Championships on Tuesday, Gale says the bidding work started for them in the last edition.
Already we would have had a team that visited the last championships to do our evaluation, and also we are working along with World Athletics to make that a possibility.
Gale is also confident that the island will host a successful championship, having done so previously in 2002.
We believe we are more than worthy and ready to host international events. We have qualified technical officials, and so therefore we know how to put on big events.
Dunby Holding jumped up a place in the Ray and Nephew Jamaica Premier League following a 1-0 win over Malines United at the Anthony Spalding Sports Complex on Wednesday. With the two hovering above the relegation zone, victory was important for both teams, but it was Dunby Holding the superior as Dean Andre Thomas netted what turned out to be the winner in the 53rd minute. Dunby Holding are now 8th on 29 points, while Malines United remain 10th on 23.
Disappointed with the execution in our final third. Defensively, I think we held our own, but our execution offensively was poor. We should have scored a lot more goals, even when they got the 1v1s. But so it is,
Leaders Mount Pleasant will be at home to Chapelton Maroons. Tivoli Gardens will host Ver United at the Edward Seaga Sports Complex, and Humble Lion will take on Waterhouse at the Effortville Centre. All those games start at 3 p.m. Meanwhile, title holders Cavalier meet Harbourview at the Anthony Spalding Sports Complex at 4:30. Arnett Gardens will play Portmore United 2.5 hours later, while Montego Bay United with new coach Paul Tiga Davis will host Racing United at the Montego Bay Sports Complex at 6 p.m. And finally, Dr. Donovan Bennett, president of the Jamaica Cricket Association, who is also a director at Cricket West Indies, does not foresee any conflicts with the regional team's third test against Australia in Jamaica, clashing with the CWI-sanctioned Guyana Global Super League GSL. Currently, the third test between West Indies and Australia is set for Sabina Park from July 12 to 16, and it clashes with the GSL, which is scheduled for July 8 to 18. Dr. Donovan Bennett, speaking with TVJ Sports as both GSA president and CWI director, explained why this clash shouldn't be a problem from a Jamaican and the West Indian perspective.
There is no real problem. The tournament in Guyana was sanctioned both by the CPL and by CWI, so and there's a clear understanding that players who are on the selection for the West Indies team will not be selected to play in that tournament in Guyana. There is synergy. There is no problem with both tournaments proceeding together at the same time.
The inaugural 2024 GSL was played in November and December alongside the West Indies versus Bangladesh Test Series. However, GSL authorities sought a new date in July 2025, which was approved by CWI. I'm Christopher Scott, and that is your Midday Sports Report.
And that's the Midday News. I'm Carrie Ann Simpson on behalf of the entire team. Good evening, good afternoon.